Just kind of start because we're going to run
Oh
out
yeah,
of time.
now it's go. Yeah.
So welcome to the first meeting. Pass around the candy. At the next meeting, we're going to have pizza because it'll be after the org fair, and there might be more people. So come to the next meeting if you're going to pick that one. You can go to your next slide. Okay, so my name's Kate. I'm going to be your president for this semester. I'm a senior, and I'm a kinesiology major with exercise movement science focus, and I have a certificate in dance. My email is right there, and Haley, who is our communication coordinator, is going to give all of our emails in the recap email that she'll send out, so don't worry about copying anything down. And then my fun fact for today is that I'm obsessed with my dog, and I nicknamed her Yoda because if you can see in the picture, she kind of looks like Yoda if she was green. And that's it. Oh, wait, that's not it. So go to the next slide. So last semester, when we were starting out as an organization, we decided that to be in this club, you had to have been in adapted fitness for a semester. And we did that for a number of reasons, but one of them is we thought if you aren't in the program, you won't know how to lead it and what it's all about. But we felt that this was keeping people from joining the organization and becoming leaders right away, which is something Tim is all about. Just like a quick side story, the first day of classes, if you guys are in adapted fitness, you were probably there. It's just Tim talking about clients, and then the second day is showing how to do transfers and stuff like that. And there was a lot of new kines practicum students. And in the first class, he was teaching everyone how to do it. And then by the second class, he wanted them to teach how to transfer from one piece of machinery to the other. So right away, you can be a leader and, if you know your stuff, then share it and teach it with other people. So that being said, now you can tell your friends if they do want to be part of this club and they haven't been able to get into an adaptive fitness class already, they can join and be in the program later. Go to the next slide.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Tina McCann. I am the vice president and the treasurer. I am a junior, a kinesiology major with the EMS focus. I just have my email up there. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. My fun fact is that I love to read for fun. I put a picture of the Harry Potter book series because it's one of my favorites. It's just so good. The 7th is just amazing. And that's me in New York over break. That was really exciting. All right, the next slide I have. Pretty much what I do is I assist Kate, the president, in overseeing pretty much everything we do. I manage all of our money. So with that being said, if you go out and purchase something for LAF, first off, make sure someone knows that what you're purchasing is okay, but save the receipt and give it to me, and that way I can properly reimburse all of you. And something for new members who have not paid dues, they're going to be $10 for the semester. And the due date for that is February 23rd, which is our third general meeting. So you guys got a little bit of time, but just keep that in the back of your mind for now. And next slide.
Hey everyone, I'm Cody, and I'm taking over as the fundraising coordinator. Last semester it was Rachel, and she's studying abroad this semester, so I got that opportunity. I'm a pre-nursing major. I'm applying for that right now, but psychology is also a focus of mine as a plan B, and I got my email on there. And a fun fact, I am missing a knuckle, so that's a little unusual. You can see it in the picture, but if you want a closer look, feel free. And then in the next slide, I talk about what I do, basically fundraising coordinator. I'm going to plan and organize fundraising events to support us. And future events, we're going to do a restaurant night. Last semester it was at Ian's, and that went pretty well. We raised 15% of all the profits. And we also did bake sales, so we want to do that again when it's warm. And we've talked about a wheelchair basketball tournament, which would be really exciting if that works out. So I'm talking to someone right now to try to set that up. And then Junior Nationals is an event taking place this summer, and we want to give a scholarship to some athletes. So we're trying to find ways to support them and hopefully get them involved.
Next slide. All right. I'm Jake. I'm a senior, kinesiology EMS major, like probably a lot of us. Fun fact, I'm a house fellow in Celery, so I live with 64 freshmen and I have a curfew. So, yeah, my life is awesome right now. They're great though, love them. Some of my pictures, I love to travel. That was me in Colorado on the right. Love baseball, diehard baseball fan. And I just got back from Guatemala on a medical mission trip, so my life is awesome right now. You know, it happens. So outreach coordinator, this is a new position this semester. So we're just trying to figure out exactly where I fall into place. But my main goal is to really collaborate and network with other student orgs and people like you. So if you are in student orgs like pre-PT, pre-OT, kinesiology club, or other things that are health related, I would love to collaborate on events and get us involved with that process too. Also promote the adapted fitness program to UW students and get the word out a little bit more. The events that are coming up that I'm going to be working on are the Boulders Adapted Rock Climbing event, which I've talked to pretty much all of you about that if you were in class. If not, great opportunity to volunteer this Sunday from 11 to 2 p.m. We will also have the Adapted Fitness Open House, and with my job as a house fellow, I'm going to incorporate housing into that to get the word out a little bit more. We've already gotten Kramer's working on some of that stuff too. So, and then we will have a couple of speakers coming in soon that you guys will hear more about. And Junior Nationals is coming up this summer, and I'd like to get involved with that and have you guys involved too. So, more information to come. I just want to give a brief intro to all that stuff. Next slide.
I'm Kaylin. I'm the competitive events coordinator. I'm a senior kines major, like a lot of people, as Jake said. Fun fact, love animals and I like being outside. I actually came in as a pre-vet student, so kind of made a little 180 there. But yeah, we'll go to the next slide. So what I have been working on this past semester and this semester, we're planning and organizing the ski races, which I'm sure you've heard about at least one or maybe both of them. Badger State Games this was the first year that we were going to be participating in the sit ski races. If you don't know what sit skiing is, look it up. It's really cool. It's also really challenging. But unfortunately, because of snow conditions, that was canceled this year. So foundations laid for next year. We'll have skiers sent out, and it'll run smoothly. And now no one has to go through the process of starting it up again. So I'm happy about that. And then there will be another ski, not necessarily a race, but an event in Madison around the Capitol. That'll be February 13th is a Saturday. And that's just for sit skiers to go up to the Capitol and try out sit skiing, or just people with disabilities to go out and see what it's like to get on a sit ski. And then the final event that I know of right now, I'll probably get some more jobs along the way, but is the Berkey. I don't know if any of you have heard of Berkey. Show of hands. Regular Berkey, adapted Berkey either. Big ski race in Hayward, Wisconsin, like nationally known, really big deal. So that's happening February 19th, and that's a Friday. If you are interested in that, please contact me, because I can even just give you information. If you find out it doesn't work, that's fine, but it's better to learn about it and then not regret not asking about it later when you hear how fun it was. So ask me about it if you want to.
And one more thing about the Winterfest. Yes. It is for adaptive skiers, but it's also for us. They have like just equipment for you to use, and I don't know what it's called, but Tim mentioned this thing where like dogs pull you. So like you just go and try out winter activities, and you go around this track that's around the Capitol. So definitely check it out. Okay, now next slide.
Hi guys, I'm Haley. I'm the communications coordinator for LAF. I'm a junior kinesiology EMS major, like a lot of other exec members. A fun fact is that cheese is my favorite food. I would eat it all day, every day, if I could. So basically what I do is oversee the LAF email account. You've probably gotten an email from me. If you haven't, I'll be adding all of those emails to the list, so we'll get you all on that. I'll be sending out a meeting reminder prior to, sorry, I should change that from last semester to Tuesday. So I'll probably send it out every Friday just to make sure you guys know when our meeting is. I'll send out the minutes afterwards so you can review what we talked about, or if you missed it, you can look over it on your own time. I'll also be running the online suggestion box. It's just a link we'll give you guys, and you can go on. you say your suggestion and it'll email it to me, but it's anonymous. So maybe if you aren't comfortable sharing your ideas in front of a lot of people, or if you just think of something when we're not at the meeting, you can always do that, and then we'll take those into account. And then I'll also be keeping track of membership. We'll talk a little bit more about membership points in a bit, but I'll have that all in a spreadsheet. So if you ever have questions, just ask me about that. And then any general questions, you can email me. And then my email is on the last slide, and I will include all of our emails in the recap email after this meeting. That's all I have.
I'm Hannah. I'm the marketing coordinator. I'm a senior, and in the fall I'm going to school for physical therapy and Master's of Science in Public Health. My fun fact is I love hanging out in my hammock, and there's me in my hammock at the bottom, and the other one is me holding 2 mini pigs, because I also like animals. You guys can go to the next slide. So I'm responsible for basically anything that involves publicizing LAF or adapted fitness on campus and in Madison. I did the apparel last semester, and I don't know, do all you guys know what we were doing with the Faces of Adapted Fitness and Client of the Week, where we were going around last semester and taking pictures of clients doing an action shot. So that's going to be something continuing weekly throughout the semester. I also do flyers and tabling for all the different events we have coming up. And we have a new logo that's at the bottom. And that's all I got for you guys. Next slide.
Okay, I'm Rose, and I'm the open house coordinator. I'm a senior, also a kines major, and I'm getting certificates in environmental studies and global health. My email's on there, and fun fact, I really love trees. Pictures of me on adventure walks. Next slide. So the open house is Thursday, April 21st. So mark your calendars, like plaster on your wall. Remember that date because it's going to be a really important date for you guys this semester. It's one of our big events that you all have to attend this semester, and hopefully we'll get involved in some way or another. There's a lot of leadership opportunities that you can take to help organize it all, but it's basically to help get the word out about adapted fitness and gives the clients a chance to invite their family, friends, doctors, therapists, basically anyone to come and see what they're doing in adapted fitness. So it's a really cool day. The first one was last year, so we're hoping to build and improve on what happened last year. It's also in collaboration with Disability Awareness Week. I've been meeting with a bunch of other clubs like ADA, Best Buddies, Badgers for Special Olympics. So there's events going on every day that week, all relating in some way to disability awareness. So I'll also keep you updated on all of those events because we might be able to help out at some of those events or just attend. They all sound really cool so far. I am looking for some help with a few things right away. So Kate will talk later about how we want you guys all to become leaders in this club and step up and take more of a leadership role in adapted fitness. So I'll talk more about this later, but some of the things that I'm looking for are to reach out to professors to tell them about the open house and maybe offer extra credit to their students if they come. Also going around and asking businesses for donations. Hopefully at the next meeting I'll have a sign-up sheet so you can all sign up for a few businesses. So it's a small workload for all of us rather than one person having to go to 50 places. That way we can have things to raffle off at the open house and hopefully any food donations. So also if you have any really cool hookups, like you work at a grocery store that could donate food for the open house, definitely let me know because that'd be very helpful. And then this year, one of the new things we're doing is we're going to have tour guides at the open house, kind of guiding people that come around and introducing them to each client. So it's a little bit more organized and people go around and actually see all the clients rather than just kind of getting stuck with one person or maybe just going to the person that they know. So then they can really see all that adapted fitness has to offer. Since that is a new thing, we'd like all of your guys' input. So start thinking now because in a little bit we're going to talk about that more. And next slide.
Okay, so this is part of our mission statement in our Constitution. So basically, we are committed to improving the quality of healthcare for all people by exposing future healthcare professionals to diverse abilities of the members of our community. So that's the overall goal. And then everything that we do around that is to improve the lives for everyone in healthcare, because often people with disabilities are not given adequate care and just not seen as equal. So next slide. So these are a few of our goals as an organization. So we want to change the public perception of limitations for those with disabilities, and that's basically taken from adaptive fitness. That's Tim's goal as well. And we want to enhance ability in disability and develop a universally inclusive community. So that even includes stuff like making buildings accessible to all people. There's a lot of buildings even on campus that aren't accessible to people that need to use like a wheelchair, for example. And then we also want to give students and clients the experience of putting their ideas into action. So that gets at leadership and all the qualities that you need to have to be able to lead. So critical thinking and being able to direct other people and encourage people to do their part. So those are some of our goals. If you go to the next slide, we want to hear some feedback from you guys and what you want to get out of this organization. So we're a new organization, and so we're open to growing and changing. So we want to know what kind of opportunities you want to have being in this organization, because like the rest of us, you're probably wanting to put this on your resume and you want to be able to talk about it in an application or at an interview. So these are just some of the questions. What do you hope to get out of LAF this semester? What are you passionate about? What can you bring to the table? And we really do want to know what you guys think. So if you guys are comfortable with it, we would like each of you to say something.
This is something we're trying to change a little bit this semester, is just making our meetings have a lot more involvement from all of you, because we feel bad that we're just talking at you for most of the meeting. So this is the first activity to try that out.
Maybe should we like brainstorm or maybe like popcorn style after, because we had like one more slide after this, right? So maybe give everyone a minute to like think, and then we can like talk about it.
Yeah, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to.
Yeah, feel free to email us.
Yeah.
People that are scared to speak up. So.
Yeah, because if you go to the next slide, I'll just explain this before we go into more like discussion. But this is called the leadership opportunities slide. So every week we're going to have this on here, and we really encourage you to, if you have an idea, to present it to everyone and then to make it happen if you want it to happen. But then there's also things that we know need to get done for our organization to be effective and to put on the events that we want to put on and make everything happen. So every meeting, we'll have some things on here for you guys to, if you'd like, choose and say, hey, I would love to help out with this. I want to be the one in charge of reaching out to professors or facilitating, like making a document for people to sign up to talk to one professor. So just more ways for you to be kind of directing people, and like it doesn't have to be anything that's on here. If you ever have an idea of something that we can do in this organization, we want you to say it and make it happen if you want it to happen. So.
Okay, so the only things on here are things that I have this week. So one is reaching out to professors about the open house. I have a pretty lengthy list of professors that we contacted about Badgers Adapt. So basically, this leadership opportunity would just be taking that list and composing an email and maybe individualizing it, but sending it out to all the professors, explaining what the open house is, and asking or inviting them to come share, like talk about it in their classes, and maybe think about offering extra credit for their students if they came. A lot of the professors on the list are rehab psych professors, kines professors. I think I may have added like nursing, all things that this kind of relates to. So it would be applicable to their classes. If that sounds like too much for you, but you're still kind of interested in doing that type of thing, come talk to me, because I can definitely be flexible with like how much you're actually doing with that. Also, as I mentioned before, we're using tour guides this year for the open house. So does anyone have any ideas for how this would best work? Based on maybe past experiences or how you think the best way to showcase adapted fitness is?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
So what exactly goes on during the open house? Like what would we be showing?
All the clients are still going to be there, and hopefully they're probably not going to get the full workout that they normally do because it's a lot more disruptive, but still working out during it to show off basically what they can do and why they're in adapted fitness, all of that.
But that being said, that's like the general framework of what we think open house could be, but we're like really open to changing how open house is structured and stuff like that. So like that's one way it could work.
Do you guys maybe want to like talk in your little clusters first, and then we can talk as a group about like any of the things on a couple slides before about what you want to get out of LAF, the slide before, or like things for the open house. Anything that you guys want to talk about, just maybe come up with a couple ideas in each of your groups, and then we can come back to a larger group. Yeah.
Also introduce yourself to the people in your group, please and thanks.